Hey, Claudius. You killed my father. Big mistake.
Greetings. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, to Strictly Art Live, number 85. I'm your host, Rob Wilson. I'm a comic book artist, video editor, dabble in some music, inspired by all things, including entertainment. And I'm here to do some drawing. That is it. No special subject matter tonight, just kind of whatever comes to mind. And it's been a while since I've done this, so no big topic list. Um, yeah, no big topic list. I'm here to draw and enjoy my time off. So, without further ado, it is a little warm in the DMV area. However, we are enjoying what we have. So, go ahead and grab your favorite drink, get ready, kick your heels back, and relax in this Friday evening edition of Strictly Art Live. With me, your host, Rob Wilson. And here we are. Let's see, we got My Chemical Hawthorne 182. I am here. Sounds like some all might goodness. So yeah, I do artwork whenever I get a chance. It doesn't pay the bills, so sometimes I'm away longer than I anticipate. If not, I try to do a weekly show called Strictly Art Live, where I talk about pop culture, movies, inspiring things. And we kind of go over some brainstorming ideas based on what's out in entertainment that is good. If it's not that good, I may say my 2 cents about it and move on. But if you're familiar with this channel and have seen some of the previous content, you'll know that I made it a point to point out the issues with James Gunn's upcoming Superman. And I've made it a point to do that, and that time has passed. The movie's out. People have their opinions about it. I'm not paying money to go see it. I don't even think I'm going to do a review of it. I've heard some reviews already. It's already pretty much been up to my expectations. But regardless, that's here. We'll see what it does. But right now, I'm working on a commission piece for a co-worker. He wanted the American flag with the El Salvadorian flag together. So I've already sketched it out to his liking. The approval process is moving forward. So now I'm doing the inking part, really cleaning it up, sharp lines, getting the folds and creases within each flag, as well as the design. Now notice I'm going over the basic lines, the easy stuff first before I deal with the hard tasks of each individual star, stuff like that, which really I don't have to draw every star, but these stars have been warped to facilitate the bends and folds in the material. Let's see, I'm making bracelets right now. I wanted to have an art related stream on while I did so. You started the stream right on time for this. Awesome. Always like to hear fellow creators in their endeavors. I try to listen to a couple art streams as well to get me motivated. And if I'm not tracking some new information, updates and stuff in life, because my job's kind of related to the news, I'm just enjoying some music. So lately, in my time away, because after what was it 4th of July, which was a lot of work, that ended up being like a whole weekend, 4 days of work and stuff. But I got to see some fireworks, and see other people enjoy it as well, which was great. But yeah, in between all that, I've been, messing with some Marvel Rivals, getting my Emma Frost up. She really opened the floodgates for me because when I first started playing that game, I like Adam Warlock, but him being the healer, I was like, okay, I don't know why, but I shall heal. Born again. Terrible, terrible version of Adam Warlock. My voice is kind of scratchy. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, I've been messing with Marvel Rivals, doing what I can. Sometimes I get wiped out because I'm part of a team that gets wiped out. But Emma Frost can hold her own pretty well. Her diamond form is pretty cool. I like her melee combos, command grabs, all that kind of stuff. I guess one of the reasons why I like her and I'm able to adapt to her so well is because she reminds me of like a fighting game character. The way her moves and stuff work and the strategy. She's got both offensive and defensive stuff. The shield she can throw out. All that stuff is great. And I really like her design. Alright, so now we're getting to the much more daunting tasks of stuff. Dealing with the stars, because we've already done the stripes. So Chemical Hawthorne, what kind of bracelets are you working on? Are they like cosplay, jewelry? What's the deal? Don't be afraid to share. Oh yes, and by the way, on this Friday, hopefully everyone is ready and set for the weekend and being safe. I get it. Go out and party like a mother, all that. Just be careful, be safe out there if you are out on the streets, wherever you are. But yeah, that game is. I will say that game is definitely a nice, rich source of inspiration. Seeing the other characters, how they operate and stuff, has been fun. The teams. I mainly do just quick matches because I don't have time to be involved in any tournaments or stuff like that. I'm not that good. I'm not even going to pretend to be. Sometimes when I get whooped too many times, I go to team ups versus AI. And I ain't got no shame, okay? If I know I can't win it, I'll just freaking go to where I can regroup my skills. That's the key. So let's see. Here, I'm going to go ahead and put the chat up. So let's see. I use pony beads on them. This type of bracelet is called Kandi, if you've heard of it. I'm making these for gifts for my friend. I'm making one with a pizza charm on it. Interesting. Nice. Yeah, my sister, she is into jewelry and bead making. That's her thing. So yeah. That's pretty cool. Do you take those to like conventions or anything? Or have you considered taking them to conventions? Let me put it that way. Yeah, see that star right there is not good. So I'm gonna have to just go ahead and, because it's got a curve in it, so I can't just copy it right out the gates. Yeah, some of these I have to reshape. And it's one of those redundancies where you gotta power through it. Thankfully, in Procreate, I had a star stamp, so all I had to do is just kind of warp them as I go. Sell bracelets at cons and farmers markets, stuff like that. They sell really well. Good, good. That's good to hear. Yeah, I know when I was at Baltimore Comic Con and my sister had her jewelry, and I had my artwork, so we were kind of like a dual team. I had these Spanish ladies that came over, and they saw the artwork or whatnot, but as soon as they saw the jewelry, they were like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh!" They were very excited. So I think that's pretty cool that you have different type of crafts work at conventions now. I get it, Comic-Con started off as comic books and stuff like that, but I think it helps to expand different mediums and forms of merchandise and stuff that people may like. It's a great networking tool, not just for comic book artists. So yeah, besides that, just work, man. More work than I care to have. More work than I care to be freaking doing. Overtime. And it can wear you out. It can definitely wear you out. Keeping your eye on the ball. I will say too, I ran into a lot of goofballs. I run into a lot of goofballs at work. But yeah, Marvel Rivals has been something I've been keeping up with. I've been watching a lot of videos and guides too to try to improve my gameplay because, mind you, as I've stated before, I'm not much of a shooter. I don't play shooting games, and this is considered one. So I have to adapt and learn. And like I said, Emma Frost is probably one of the realest and the illest. But season 3 started today, and they're bringing in Phoenix, and Blade will be out in August. Looking forward to Blade, but he's just a duelist, so I normally operate on the strategist spectrum of things. I tried using duelists, but they're all over the damn place, and I don't like to be all over the damn place. Like those Wolverines and stuff like that, I can't keep up with them. My best bet is to back up and fire. So, again, that's one of the reasons why I like Emma Frost. She can slow down the pace of a battle with her, what is it, Aegis shield? No, I'm thinking of urine. But yeah, that's how we rolling. Sir Levi, hail, good sir. How you been? You know how things have been with me, so nothing new there, just boring. But yeah, just kind of chilling out today, man. No real major topics, no hard hitting, you know, this is going down and so and so and so. Nah, none of that. Just kind of like getting back into the groove of things. I started the live stream on, what was it? I think Tuesday. But freaking, we had a meeting, so I had to stay at work after work, after working. It was not my best of moments. Oh, so quick update while I'm working on all these dang stars. Big Blue pretty much got this all done. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to this and mess with this some more. There we go. Had some fun with the Ches. But I have found this this art style to be pretty fun. Um, Exploring, how it works and everything, how the whole process comes about. I've seen a couple of AI art styles like this, but I can produce the actual thing. Yeah, since I started working on this piece, she got married by now. Same as well here. I did weed part of the garden today. Rough life. Yeah. Hey, I know. I did landscaping for a whole summer. The whole weed process, killing the weeds and stuff. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and if you're not killing them, with some kind of industrial chemical type of spray, pulling them up is a pain in the butt. But as they say, it's got to get done. So that's pretty good. Hopefully, you got a little bit of family participation with that, Levi. Hopefully, they didn't leave you hanging. Let's see. But yeah, definitely taking a break from talking about James Gunn's Superman. Some people like it, some people don't, from what I heard. Um, I just can't get a man credit. In fact, this morning before I went to sleep, I got home. I cut on the old classic Batman, Superman, Public Enemy. Um, Amazing cartoon. Amazing cartoon. Imagine if a director actually put that on the big screen. And then you could have all your, character cameos, all these new characters introduced. In Batman, Superman, Public Enemy, Luthor becomes president, which is an interesting twist. And it was pretty awesome. He put a $1 billion bounty on Superman's head. And the only person that had his back is Batman. So it's those two against the world. Levi said, it was just me. Wife had to work. I understand, man. I make things pan out however way you can. What is... Lighting. Green ink, hair. Oh. Layer number 4. So I got like 3 sources of light here. I have to scale back on some of it. Don't want it too bright. But yeah, man. Wish I had more time to do more drawing, but hopefully with the way things are going, I'll be able to. Again, I thought I cut back on overtime, but apparently, damn. I never heard of forced overtime before. I'm like, I actually don't want it, bub. I'm good. I want my time back. I can always make more money, but time, that's the important one. So my mom used to punish me by making me pull weeds. I actually enjoy it now. Hey, that's how it is, man. You know, as a kid, we didn't want to eat Brussels sprouts. They just sounded nasty. Now, they're almost like a delicacy. Our punishments of childhood become our enjoyments as adults. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't like being away for too long, because it's like I gotta relearn stuff. Remember where I put my layers and arrange all my artwork. It's a pain in the butt. My Chemical Hawthorne 182 says, I'm only 17. I've got all the time in the world, and I'm trying to cherish it. Please do. Please do. Because once, all that butt kicking adult responsibility kicks in, man, next thing you know, you look up and you're 30 and you're like, what the hell happened? Wait a damn minute. I was robbed. Give me back my time. Alright, so here's the ink. Oh, somebody's sabotaging the music. They always manage to get that in every now and then. All right, so let's see. Looks a little bit better. When it comes to coloring, I think Procreate is a better program. Um, Clip handles some of the basics, but because the file's so big, it becomes a strain on the CPU or the basic memory. What the hell? They just entirely cut off the music. They said you ain't listening to nothing. Oh yeah, by the way, let me take a bathroom break. I'm gonna come back. I do got something to discuss about these the YouTube new terms of service. That was a trip. Give me about 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Dang it. I'm back sooner than I thought. All right. So, Levi says life goes quick. You did a great job on it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. When it comes to live streaming, I started with Twitch first. You know, my heart is with Twitch through and through. I consider it the Vegas of streaming. There's been a rich history of Twitch and the things that have occurred and have been allowed to occur on Twitch. First got into it by gaming, and then I saw there was an art section, so that's when I hopped on it. I think, what was it, 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. And they just recently forced me to delete a lot of my old streams because they want to consolidate. But whatever. So at that time, YouTube never had a live streaming feature. And once it did, I said, sure, I'll give it a shot. But I knew in hindsight how YouTube has treated me on my previous channel like automatically blocking videos the minute I upload them, stuff like that. Crazy stuff, right? So when I started my art channel on YouTube, the Rob Wilson Arts, back in, was it 2022, 2023, that was like, hey, I'm gonna put this out. I'm not looking for glory. Um, Monetization is an illusion to me, so I would never chase it. And that's one of the reasons why I would say and do some of the things that I did, because I'm not trying to appease the YouTube gods. Um, I get it. The minute they giveth, and then they can also taketh away. So, with all that being said, when the whole shorts gold rush was happening, and I got introduced to Opus Clip. It's a AI powered video reposter where it takes your long form content and turns it into viral clips using the appropriate hashtags to combat the algorithm. Once I used a lot of that and was getting some pretty good views, I was like, oh wow, this is pretty cool. But I knew in the back of my mind that it was temporary. Definitely not forever. And with the shorts, you almost have to chase the dragon. Like, you got to keep producing shorts and all that stuff. And I was like, all right, I get it. But I was like, I got a day job. You know what I'm saying? I'll get to the short game when I get to it. Producing shorts every day, knowing one day that all that would fade would not be a good interest for me, because I know how the game works with YouTube. It may be more successful for others. That is fine. But there are certain things I am not going to change when I do my shows and stuff, and some of the things I talk about just to cater to YouTube. I'm not doing it, which is why, also in hindsight, took the initiative to go ahead and create a TikTok. So while I was getting, a couple 1, 2K, 3K views on some of my shorts that I would put together, and I had fun making them, don't get me wrong. I went on and made that separate, made the TikTok account, because I knew that the gold rush or the gold mine that was being provided by YouTube would eventually fade. And lo and behold, it did. New terms of service, and you won't get paid if you only get paid for your content, not for playing somebody else's content and all that stuff. That's fine. I'm not looking to get paid by YouTube. You know what I mean? I got, like, right now, we are streaming live from YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, and IG. The more people that can see my work, the better. That's what my focus is. This is partially therapeutic for me, and also educational. Helps keep my mind sharp as far as brainstorming. And if someone sees a bit of my artwork that they might like, it's available for sale. So that's the practice that I maintain, and will continue to maintain, because I'm not here to get a placard from YouTube. YouTube is a bust to me. YouTube is like the James Gunn of freaking social media platforms. I won't do it. Can't make me. So that's why I have multi-streaming and all that good stuff. So seeing, all the YouTube shorts, hey, now some of my TikTok videos get more views than YouTube. I'm like, see, I made the right decision through a gut feeling. And sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to be able to get the lay of the land, read the room, understand those pesky terms of service. And I know they're a pain in the butt to read. You can always run it through, ChatGPT. I wouldn't suggest Grok, because I just heard some stuff about Elon taking off the training wheels from Grok, and Grok just went full yay. Like full on Kanye. And I was like, whoa. I was always kind of skeptical of Grok, because I knew that a lot of its It's almost like data mining for Elon. You don't really have to go to Google because since Twitter, X Twitter or whatever has so much reach with people, and it's almost considered it's basically considered a, what do you call it, a news platform, a social media news platform. So um, a lot of news is broken right then and there. So Grok goes hand in hand. Personally, I thought that he was feeding the Neuralink to he was feeding the data from X to Neuralink, but it was to Grok. So I was close. And yeah, I just don't have much stake in some of his stuff because, again, you burn me, that's where I'm like, something's wrong. On July 12th, Friday, it was Friday, July 12th, 2024 last year. I did a live stream. Levi said it went teeny mustache. Right. On July 12th, 2024, I did a live stream, tested out, live stream on X. Didn't have to be a premium member. July 13th, the whole assassination attempt occurred, as we know. And then I said, you know what? I'm not going to live stream tonight due to certain events. But then when I went to live stream on the 14th, the same platform, all of a sudden you had to become a premium member in order to use streaming features. And I was like, nope, not doing it. Queen Mike, she has stated several times on X, it's pay to play, which it is, and I won't pay. I can't justify the benefit. There aren't any for me. So I kind of look at X/Twitter as bad as YouTube now. So such is the shame and the fate of all sentient beings. Dang, my voice is really hoarse. I can't even do an Optimus Prime. Help me. I need my voice back. But I get it back eventually. So yeah. That is some of the course of events that I was like, all right, this ain't right. How can I fix it? Can I fix it? Or maybe I just don't use it at all. So another classic case. Living under the boot of the algorithm, I think is pretty crazy to me in retrospect. 6 of those agents got relieved. Yeah, I just heard about that too. They were like, yep. A year later too. But I guess, they probably had to go investigations and undergo several investigations, polys, and make sure they had no malicious intent. Which, who knows? They still, they still got cast aside. So yeah, that's been pretty much things I've been considering. Obviously, I'm on my kick to learn about ultimate truths, or at least perspective of them, because if they sound outlandish, hey, it may at least make for a good story. That's how I look at it. Oh, now I remember. Yes, that's what I did. That's crazy. I'm coming back to this piece like, oh, why did I do this? Why did I do that? All right. So I'm going to go back to the Star Spangled Latino Eagle. Okay. All right. I don't know why this looks kind of flimsy and trashy. Maybe because it's the watercolor brush. Doesn't fan out well when it comes to. Hold on, what's this? The screen. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I did focus on a lot of the special effects and the blending here. Added a glow layer to make this stuff look a little fancy. Um, I might change some things around a little bit, but it's pretty much done. I might add some clouds. Clouds might fill in some of that empty space, or as they call it, negative space at the bottom. My Kim McCole says, my struggle is the attention span of my audience. I'm an artist and animator whose target audience is mid to late teens and young adults. But the stuff I animate about is also relevant to younger ones. I would love to make longer form videos, but kids do not have the time for it. Longer form, as in a minute long. Okay. Kinda crazy. Okay. What's your animations about? If you don't mind sharing. But yeah, the whole attention span thing, it's a nightmare to try to keep up with. And trying to do it full time, it is a struggle. And that's one of the reasons why I probably will never give up my day job, because trying to get an audience's attention, keep an audience attention, and all that without any payoff of some kind. Like at my age of 42, yeah, I can't be doing that, man. I'm not playing the game of the homeless artist. Too old to be making those kind of mistakes. But while having a day job, I can still fund what I like to do. And once I get free time, I can capitalize on nights like this. Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall. No, I don't. I actually don't. But it's the name of the song. 5 Heartbeats, if you ever seen it. Good movie. When I was a kid, I used to think the 5 Heartbeats was an actual group. But it wasn't. It was a fictional group. I was like, what? Didn't ruin my childhood, but definitely shocked me. So what's this I'm hearing about? So 28 days later, we heard flop. Ballerina did so-so. Not as good as anticipated. Megan went full girl boss and flopped. Man, and that's disappointing. I kind of didn't even really talk more about Megan after I saw the trailer. I love the first movie, but this one was like, oh, we're turning the villain into a hero, like it's Terminator. And I was like, oh, no. And it don't look good. Anime stuff like Marvin the Martian, because Marvin means everything to me. The Excelsius Modulator. My own original characters and other pop culture and media that I really like. I've technically been animating since 2017, but it's stayed at the same exact level until 2022. So I'm not that good at animating. It only improves when I start using a different animation program. So you're familiar with Procreate Dreams? I hear that's it has a bit of a learning curve, but it's about as simplistic as you can get when it comes to animation. It's for the iPad. I have it. Wish I had more time to use it. But I definitely got it. Clip Studio Paint has built-in animation as well, but I don't have the time to learn it. See, you keep hearing this. Yeah, I guess I was muted. I don't know when the heck that happened. Mic check, mic check, mic check. So the small screen was saying that I was muted, but the microphone thing didn't say I was muted. I swear, this thing be messing with me. It does stuff while I have my head down drawing. It puts up notifications and then stuff starts changing. And it's like, wait a minute, what the hell? Let me read that again. The Illudium PU36 explosive space modulator. The creature has stole the space modulator. I use Flip a Clip to animate. Nobody likes it, but it's better than what I have been using, which was Scratch. Scratch isn't even really meant for animation. It's intended to learn coding. Okay. Levi says, you're back. Yes. Thanks for letting me know, because I would have never known. I'm like, what the hell? The rest of his whole damn stream would have been just one big muted mess. I guess they muted me because YouTube or Restream doesn't like the Illudium PU36 explosive space modulator. You just can animate in it by using coding. Okay. With the Scratch that you were talking about, My Chemical. Yeah, there are some pretty good gems out there, and with these programs, it's you get the maximum. You can use the maximum benefits, but you have to pay a price because everything's subscription based now these days, just about, except for Procreate and Procreate Dreams. That's one payment. I think it's $7 or $8, something like that. So yeah. But yeah, that's why I keep mentioning the recurrent thing about time. I got ZBrush, don't have time to use it. With Clip Studio Paint, you can animate. This is what I'm using Clip Studio Paint for the comic book art, high resolution comic book art, and you can animate in it as well, but just don't have the time to get to it. But yeah, we got quite a few failed movies out here. One thing with the Fantastic Four I am looking forward to, because I use Sue Storm in Marvel Rivals, they're going to have MCU skins for the Fantastic Four, because the whole team is in the game. It's pretty fun. So I'll definitely get that for Sue Storm. It's pretty fun to use. But yeah, that game's brought me some pretty good downtime. And like I said, quick matches. So I can do about 5 or 6 quick matches in an hour. Now I can put the game down and get back to the artwork. It's pretty good equilibrium. I don't even have voice chat on at all, because I heard they besmirch people all the time in that game. If you're not good at this or good at that. So I just got the basic regular game sound on. Unless someone hits like an emote where they say I need healing or something like that, then I'll respond. But I don't need to hear people cursing each other out. Alright, we got the upper row of stars done. And here's what I do to make sure I don't get bored out of my mind. I will go here and work on this. Actually, make sure I use just basic lines with these. So yeah, Levi or My Chemical, are y'all going to see Superman? Look up. It's funny that they had a movie on Netflix called Don't Look Up. About Superman saying, "Eyes up here." Yeah, I'm trying to think, what would be the next movie that would be worth me seeing in the theater? Definitely not going to see Fantastic Four in the theater. Hell no. Yeah, I think Levi said, "Oh my God, don't look up" was great. Oh yeah, it was. Is that the one where they were talking about like a meteor hitting the Earth or something? If you say it's pretty good, I trust your judgment. I'll probably check it out then. I got a fresh case of popcorn, Orville Redenbacher popcorn, ready for movie night, straight from Costco. So I can watch it tonight if need be. Don't tempt me. It could happen at any moment. My Chemical said, not really much of a superhero person. I like funny cartoon, aliens more. I do like Batman though, because he's dark and mysterious, like my very soul. I'm emo. Funny. Levi said, yes, go watch it. Okay. All right. So skip Superman, but watch Don't Look Up. So Don't Look Up by not watching Superman. I like that correlation. You guys are sharing great wisdom with me tonight, this Friday night. I am humbly thankful for your presence and anyone else that has chosen to join us tonight. Let's see here. Probably forgot some folks on Rumble. No, Rumble's quiet. Most people watching the replay. All right. So yeah, I think I've seen enough of, the clips of Superman. Where's the dog? And I've made fun of Superman enough where, like, all right, diminishing returns. I'm definitely not going to see it just to say, oh, I didn't like it. I got this rule. If you're new here, or if you've been here on my channel for a while, I got this rule. I refuse to pay for suffering. Levi said, you're going to love Don't Look Up. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a look. There was some show I saw a trailer for through Metacritic called Murderbot, which is on Apple TV. It looked pretty good. It was like a robot that overrid its programming, but he's pretending to act normal, and he's pretty unleashed, and he does kill, and he named himself Murderbot. And the crew that he's been tasked to watch over finds this out, and they go through an adventure that looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. It's like a robot, and a little bit of humor in it. So I might check that out too. But that's a TV show. So yeah, I have to get to that another time. TV shows take even longer. You know how long it took me to watch Daredevil Born Again? By the time I finished Daredevil Born Again and got to the last episode where they had riots in the streets because of the blackout, literally the LA riots were happening in real life. That's how long it took for me to finish Don't Look Up. Or not Don't Look Up, Daredevil Born Again. So I gotta pace things out. That's just the way it is. But yeah, let's see. My Chemical, you were saying you like cartoon aliens. So have you ever seen Buzz Lightyear of Star Command? The early 2000s cartoon. They had some pretty quirky aliens. I was always entranced by was he like an android? He was some kind of vampire robot called Nos 482. And there was like a werewolf, a cybernetic werewolf as well. That show was pretty complex. It's a shame it didn't translate well to the big screen, because it literally, all they really had to do was just like copy and paste Galaxy Quest. But yeah, I don't think it made it to infinity. But that show is pretty awesome. In fact, the female in that team, Buzz Lightyear Star Command, I think she had like Invisible Woman type powers. I think so. No, that was a pretty cool show. Definitely recommend it. Used to watch it every morning before as I got ready to go to work. It was a great start to my day. I hate rushing through these things and then having to come back and fix them later. Let's see. I haven't seen it, but I've definitely heard of it. Yeah, they probably have the episodes on YouTube for free. It is probably out there. Gotta watch this closely and make sure I'm putting these lines correctly with the folds. And once I get most of these lines down, I'll go ahead and start prettying it up. Saying I love Marvin the Martian is an understatement. He said, my favorite show is Duck Dodgers from the early 2000s. And to the surprise of absolutely no one, my favorite character in it is Marvin the Martian, called Commander X2 in the show. Duck Dodgers is awesome. That right there, that's another thing that they could have branched out with, but because when you start dealing with space, oh man, that would have been great. I remember seeing some old clips of was it Animaniacs, I think, where Batman just showed up at an event, and one of the I think his name Wacko, one of the Animaniac brothers, he was a valet, and Batman showed up in the Batmobile, and he was like, don't scratch it, I just got a detail, and then he uses a zipper and just zips the whole Batman suit off, and it's Michael Keaton with a bow tie. I was like, bruh, that's some style, Warner Brothers used to do some really great crossovers like that. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. They went from great stuff like that to struggling to make a Superman movie. I'm done. I'm not going to say any more about it. Terribly sorry. It's crazy to think, man. Talking about falling off. The true visionaries of Hollywood are gone. All right, well, I think we've hit our 1 hour mark. Oh, we're well over 1 hour. I'm having some fun, but I'll take a little break, eat something, decompress. As I've been decompressing here with you guys, I want to thank you all for joining me. Like I said, it's just chill, draw stream for a change. Need a break from all the subject matter, and plus, there's really nothing for me worth talking about that wouldn't get me in trouble. So it's just like I'm better off not talking about it. My Chemical said, I grew up seeing Animaniacs reruns on TV, though I'd probably be unable to tell you the plot of any episode. I'd probably be able to remember more about Pinky and the Brain than the actual episodes. Let me tell you something. Pinky and the Brain was classic, and somebody made a YouTube video of Pinky and the Brain remixed with Kanye West. Done. I still don't know how I feel about it to this day, but if it cuts on, I have to listen to it. It's too funny. In fact, let me share some pain with you guys. Levi said, I need to be there whether you give your review of Don't Look Up. Okay. I mean, we could definitely have a show, at least in the chat. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I can do that and chop up some stuff. Definitely break down the aspects of it. Let's see. Pinky and the Brain, Kanye West. This is hilarious. If y'all have not seen this before, I don't know whether I should even recommend it, but this this right here was a trip for me when I first saw this and heard it. I was like, "What the hell?"
What do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Yes.
The Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. The laboratory mice, the genes have been spliced. The Pinky and the Brain.
It's what you all been waiting for, ain't it? For my theme song, my leather black jeans on, my by any means on, and I'm getting my scream on. Into the kingdom, we're watching you bring home.
By the dawning of the sun, they'll take over the world.
Middle America packed in, they see me in my black skin. Number one question they asking,
Where are we gonna find rubber pants outside?
stop all that tune shit, early morning cartoon shit. This is that goon shit, fuck up your whole afternoon shit. I'm aware I'm a mouse, as soon as the moon hit, I'm aware I'm a king.
I have put up with this bullshit for too long.
War behind is done, and man will be unfurled by the dawning of the sun. He'll take over the world. The Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain.
Shut it, bitch.
Twilight can reign. It's easy to explain. To prove their mousy worth, they'll overthrow the earth. The Pinky and the Brain.
Okay. Sorry. Terribly sorry. Terribly sorry. Like I said, I don't know whether I don't like it or I do like it. It's just crazy. It's crazy that it exists. How does it exist? I have no idea. Who thought to put it together? I have no idea. Um, but yeah. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed that one, My Chemical. Yeah, Levi. I'll go ahead and make it a point to check it out, and then we can kind of like coordinate something. If you want to come on the show, you're always welcome. Or if you want to do it just through the chat, either way, yeah. If you're highly recommending it, it sounds like some homework, and I'm a student of studying, so I don't mind doing some research. Let's see here. Looks like something I grew up seeing in the early 2010s would never be able to get out of my head. Right, exactly. That's one of the reasons why, like, the minute we started talking about Animaniacs, I immediately started thinking of Pinky and the Brain, Kanye West madness, because that's just over the top. So yeah, that's pretty much this show. Um, Probably work on her offline. Most of her work is done. It's just a protege. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, here's what I wanted to do, as a matter of fact. While I am here, because this is a lot of hair. She don't need all that hair. One thing that I really find unique about hair is like in a illustration piece, it almost tells a story. What direction it's going? Is it frizzled? Is it refined? It's an interesting thing that I find about hair. So let's see. Yeah, because she's got a ponytail. She's already got enough hair. I just gave her too much. And that happens. One of the things I always remember Odin Dasko would tell me, or he told me that it stuck with me, is that sometimes you spend too much time on complicated renders or a design where you end up having to erase it later. So that I agree with, and that was something that I had to really think about, and I try to catch myself from doing it if it does occur again. So this can go. Oh, but yeah, um, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my agenda list. Don't look up. And from there, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. Um, Said, a lot of hair. She's got a lot of something else too. Right, right. Yeah, that's she's gonna be part of the collection of style that I'm working on. Kind of like with her, the Ches, Big Blue. This style, I try to keep it real simplistic and basic for animation. That's what I want to get it towards. You know, heavy outlines. You know, and more focus on color than the line rendering. Whereas the comic books, I'll keep it, 90s style. Like my good friend, Mr. Fairchild here. Like, without the colors, just a lot of basic rendering, complex designs, shadowing, heavy inks, a little bit of highlights, stuff like that. So, yeah, this will be for my comic book style, and then the basic line art and more coloring focus will be for my animation style, which I want to get more to. But you got to practice it, perfect it, so that way it becomes streamlined. And then have my go-tos. In fact, yeah, all that. She can drop all of that. And I can fix it later. I can fix her. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this show. Just having some fun, going over multiple projects. And that'll be it. May try to do something tomorrow. Not sure yet. We'll see. I'm not used to having more than one day off. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and decompress, get on this season 3 of Marvel Rivals, and I'll test out the Phoenix. Got a feeling she's just an easy duelist character to use. Not my cup of tea. Some characters are a little too basic on there for me, which is why I don't use them. But yeah, go ahead and cut through that and have some fun, and then get back to some artwork. And in fact, go ahead and start looking for Don't Look Up, because Superman's trash. I'll start looking for that movie. I'm sorry, cheap shots. Oh man, yeah. I'd like to thank My Chemical Hawthorne and Levi Skeen for stopping by. Yeah, we had some fun. And if you're curious where you can follow all my latest work, once I complete some of my artwork, I may have it up for sale on my ArtStation store, where you can follow my link tree and get all my links, all my social media handles, as well as my online storefront for comic books on demand, print on demand. You buy them, it ships to you in 3 weeks, somewhere around there. $10. I got one right now, and I'll be working on the next installation of VKP, which is where Mr. Fairchild is from. Found out more about him there. So yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by. Take care. Love your family and friends. Hug them close. Treat every day like it's your last, because tomorrow's never promised. And if someone tells you it is, remember, it's a setup. Y'all take care. Peace out.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.